Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Spiritual Master, logging in, back again with another video. Let's clap it up, y'all. Welcome to another video, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful 84 degrees here in sunny Florida. I'm not a weatherman, but I just had to let y'all know, bro. It is absolutely beautiful. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, people are walking around here with their dogs. Old people, young people, it don't matter. Everybody is out here, man. It's beautiful out here. But anyways, we're not gonna waste any more of your time. We're gonna get right to it. These last couple of videos, I've been kind of rough, right? I've been kind of giving a lot of tough love. I've been kind of rough on my ladies, but I'm gonna make it up to you this video, okay? Oh, women aren't getting their just due. Women aren't being equal to men. Women aren't what are you guys talking about, people? Listen, I understand that in a lot of workplaces, right? In a lot of different areas in society, men have the advantage when it comes to just physical stuff, when it comes to work, when it comes to whatever, right? You guys want equal opportunity, equal rights in the workplace. But ladies and gentlemen, let me explain something to you. The reason why it's like that is because for men, that's all we have. That is all we have. A man having the desire to become something more powerful, something more important in the world, being a high value man. Understand, ladies, this is all we have, right? Understand, when me and you are born, when a man and a woman is born, you have the advantage. You got to understand this, bro. When we're born, your brain develops quicker than we do, right? A female toddler, a female baby will start walking earlier. We'll start forming sentences earlier. This is on average. That's a fact. That is not an opinion. That's a fact. Right? A female's brain develops quicker, right? A woman on average lives longer than men. Do you know why? It's because men spent their entire lives chasing women. Women spent their entire lives getting showered with attention, showered with praise. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so special. You're so this. Ladies, you guys may not be the prize because men are the prize. Men have to go through the absolute hell. We have to go through hell to even get anything we get in life. I'm not saying you don't have to work hard, but ladies, it's not the same. It's not the same. You guys live an average of 6.5 years longer than men, and that is a fact. Once again, this is not an opinion, that's a fact. Y'all live longer because you spent your entire lives being showered with attention. Men don't get that. We have to work for the attention. We don't get unconditional love like you do. So if you guys had more power over us in the workplace, there would be no reason for us to be here. Don't let society put stuff in your head, my divine queens, my divine women, my divine powerful women out there. Stop letting society paint this picture that you're not important, bro. You are important. If me and a woman walk into the woods, I'm walking, right? And there's a bear. I don't see the bear. She doesn't see the bear. But she goes, you know what? We got to stop, bro. Something doesn't feel right. We can't continue. I'm like, what are you talking about? Let's go. Right? She's like, I don't know. I don't feel right. I'm like, what are you talking about? Let's keep walking. What do you mean you don't feel right? Let's keep walking. As we get closer, we notice there's a bear killing another person. Her intuition already picked up on the energy field. Ladies, you are superhuman. Naturally, you're born like that. That is something that I have to spend majority of my life. I have to spend developing. I have to spend developing, working on. You're born with that. You're born with that motherly intuition. You're born with understanding certain things without even seeing it. Y'all sense energy and vibes better than anybody else. I'm gonna say it again, ladies. You guys sense energy and vibes better than anybody else on the planet. Men are too aloof. Men are too busy worrying about lifting shit. Meanwhile, you guys are like, no, I'ma sense the environment. I'ma feel the environment, right? That is more God than anything else. You guys are the closest thing to God than anybody else on this planet. The only person that does not know this is you, ironically. Oh, women aren't getting their just due. Why can't we be equal to men? I want to be like men. Bro, we're trying to be like you. I have to work. I have to meditate. I have to develop that intuition. You're born with it. Your kid can be in school, right? Something goes wrong. You're like, I don't feel right. Something does not feel right now, right? You call the school and then your kid ends up being sick or something. Bro, that's telepathic. You guys have telepathic abilities and you're walking around here thinking that you're not important. You are important. The only person that does not know this is you. Stay in your lane. And when I say that, I don't mean no disrespect. I mean, understand how powerful you are, ladies. You are not just here to just please men. Right? Your assets are not just here to give up to men. You're not just here to cook. You're not just here to clean, even though those things are important in the feminine nature. But that's not your only job. Your job, you are an enhancer of life. You enhance life. Women make life better. If I give you a sentence, you give me a paragraph. What? Ladies, if I give you a sentence, you give me a paragraph. If I give you a sperm cell, you turn it into an entire child. Birds, what you think? You guys are powerful. The only ones that don't know this is you, ladies. If my life is crap, right? Making or adding a woman to my life is not gonna make it any better. You guys are an enhancer. If my life is great and I become a millionaire, where the women at? Y'all make life better. I'm talking to my divine queens, bro. You guys are royalty. You guys are Wonder Woman. You have supernatural abilities naturally. Naturally. My daughter is 5 years old. She is more developed spiritually than I am. And I'm the one who's doing the spiritual work. She's born like that because she's a female. This is why society attacks y'all. This is why society tries to make it seem like you're not important, because society is scared of you. Bro, listen, a divine queen is something that you should be feared. Bro, it should put fear in you to not mess around. You divine queens, bro. You are powerful beyond measure. I used this example in my last video. If a woman walks across the street butt naked with no clothes, right? Everybody and their mom will stare. The sun will stare. The trees will start swaying around. Old people, young people, women, men. It don't matter who it is. Everyone will stare because you are magnetic. You guys experience the greatest love on this earth. There is nobody on earth that experienced that much love than women, bro. That's why you live longer. Life, you're the main character of life. You may not be the prize, but you are the main character. You have the ability, you have the chance, you have the privilege of allowing a seed to grow on the inside of you. Nobody else is experiencing that kind of connection. Nobody. It doesn't matter how many women I sleep with. I will never know what it's like to have a connection that deeply with someone that grows on the inside of me and I watch it give birth and then I raise it for the rest of my life. What else do you want? I'm gonna say that again, bro, because I don't think you guys understand. You have the ability to allow a life to grow on the inside of you, right? You experience the greatest love on earth. And okay, human beings, right? Human beings, there's this thing for humans. We never know what we have until it's gone. Whenever we have something, we don't know how to appreciate it. That's my point when I say that human beings are never satisfied. Men spend our entire life trying to find that kind of deeper love, that deeper meaning. This is why it is very crucial for a man to chase God. You need to chase the divine. You can't be chasing women, but that's why we do. It's because we're looking for that love. Women, you guys experience it all the time. You get unconditional love all the time because you are a woman. You have to walk in that understanding. We're trying to graduate to get to your level. Men are trying to graduate to get to your level. But the problem is a lot of y'all modern day females are not in your power. You are using your assets as a graveyard and not a treasure chest. What? I'm gonna say that again. The modern female decides to use their assets as a graveyard and not a treasure chest. You gotta protect your energy, bro. You can't just be out here giving it up to anybody. You can't do that. Bro, you are a divine being. You are a queen. Treat yourself like that. Spiritual master, my job is to tell you how important and special you are. If you walk around here doing dumb stuff, that's not my problem. You guys are divine. But the problem is the modern day female has taken over the divine queens. Now we no longer prioritize a feminine woman who stays home, not because she has to, because she wants to nurture the family. She wants to now it's turned as this negative thing. So you're telling me a woman who wants to stay home, nurture the family, nurture the home, turn a house into an actual home full of love and nurturing. Why is that a bad thing? Why is that a bad thing? You can go be a cop. I understand that. Whatever your family requires of you, ladies, I'm sure you can do it. I'm not saying you can't be a cop. You can't be a firefighter. I'm not saying you can't do that. Nobody is saying that. But what's wrong with being a divine feminine woman in today's society? Why are you guys turning away from that? Birds, what you think? The only person that does not know how powerful you are is you, ladies. I know how special you are. I know how strong you are, right? You guys are, bro, some of you guys are superhuman and we see it all the time. You're single mothers. You're like, no problem, I got it. Go to work, go pick up your kid, right? Go iron their clothes, go make their food, go make them dinner. Take care of them when you're sick and doing all that stuff while you're sick. Bro, you guys are powerful people, bro. You guys are powerful beings. The problem is you need to do the healing work. Once you do the healing work and you go down the rabbit hole, you'll be able to be soft again. What happened to the soft females out there? Ladies, it's okay for you to be soft and nurturing again. Go back to that. I understand some of y'all don't feel safe to do that because you're in a situation where these men take advantage of you. But if you're doing the healing work, you'll be able to spot the men who are not good for you. Ladies, you deserve the greatest love on earth, but not because of how much makeup you put on your face, not because of how big your butt is. You deserve the greatest love on earth is because you are an extension of the divine. That's the reason why. You bring life into the world. You are a divine portal from the physical to the spiritual. Ladies, you are a divine portal from the physical to the spiritual. The universe uses you as a way to bring souls into the world. That is the greatest job that anybody could ever have. Embrace it. It's because society makes you think that your job is insignificant. Society makes you think that you're not important. But let Spiritual Master be the one to tell you, you have the most important job there is. In my previous videos, Spiritual Master was going off on the modern day females, not the divine feminine. I understand how special the divine feminine energy is. It's the whole creation of life. Ladies, just because you decide not to sleep with a man does not mean you're insignificant. Does not mean you don't deserve love, bro. That's not the only reason why you're here. If the man is obsessing, if he is obsessing over you in that way, he don't care about you. And this is coming from a man. I'm a man and I understand how important intimacy is. I understand how important connection is and sex and all that stuff. I get it. But if a man is obsessing over it to the point where he's going behind your back, you need to reevaluate your decisions. Because that's not a divine man. That's a man who's still controlled by his lust. And a man like that is dangerous. A man like that can't lead you. And this is coming from a very passionate man. I understand how important, when I'm in a relationship, I prioritize intimacy. I understand it's important, but I'm not gonna go behind the person's back. I'm not gonna go make the person uncomfortable and force them to do something that they don't wanna do, okay? The most beautiful thing with a female is her softness. Ladies, go back to being soft and loving. It's okay. This is a perfect time to do it. Look at these trees. These trees are in their divine feminine. They're soft, they blow, they flow. You gotta go back to being the same way. It's safe again. Trust me. You guys have a beautiful intuition, man, and I would hate to see it go to waste because you're scared to be feminine. Allow yourself to be loved, but you gotta first love yourself. And I'm not saying going to get your nails done, even though that's important. I'm saying take the time to heal, talk to your father, develop that relationship with your father again. Start loving yourself in that way. Understand that you deserve to. I have a daughter. I have a young little girl. And I want to make sure she understands that her father loves her more than anything else in the world. I love her more than anything else. The last thing I would want her to think is that I don't love her. That's a very important thing for a father and a daughter to have, because then she's not gonna go seek that in other men. So ladies, hear me and hear me good. You guys are more important than you possibly know. Start seeing that today. You are not defined by how much makeup you wear. You are not defined by how big your butt is. None of that stuff matter. You can have a butt as flat as a pancake. You are divine. You are a queen. It doesn't matter. The physical assets don't matter as much as the mental evolution, the spiritual evolution, your growth in society. You being able to lead other women. There's women out here that would love to be led by a big sister, that would love to be led by other spiritually developed women, women who understand, women who don't go to the club shaking their butt, right? Women who are in the business room leading other men and women. Women that are leading other women into their spiritual awakenings. Women that are leading women into chakra cleansing. I love to go to a spiritual healing center and seeing a woman leading the group, leading the yoga class with men and women. Bro, that's beautiful, bro. That's so powerful. Y'all don't understand how powerful that is. But the modern day females, even though they may look really good and beautiful, A lot of them cannot regulate their emotions, bro. When a woman cannot regulate her emotions and she relies on you to deal with her BS, run. When a woman can't regulate her emotions, she becomes a danger to herself and society. If she can't sit and communicate and talk to you, she becomes a danger to herself, her relationship, her kids, and the entire society. She becomes useless. This is when a woman becomes useless. If she prioritizes just putting makeup on, going to the gym and doing one exercise, squatting so that she can have a big butt, meanwhile, she can't regulate her emotions. She's too busy fixing and working on the mask that she puts on every single day, but she can't even regulate her emotions. She can't sit and process and plan for the future with you, right? She can't sit and talk to you as an adult to let you know what's bothering her. Instead, she wants you to read her mind. Ladies like that are great to look at all day. You can sit there, look at them all day. But when it comes to interacting, it's a nightmare. So ladies, if you don't take anything else from this message, hear me and hear me good. You are a divine being, a special person, a loving, beautiful, amazing person, because you are a divine feminine energy, not because of anything physical. It doesn't matter if you're thin. It doesn't matter if you're thin. It doesn't matter if you're round. It doesn't matter if you're big. It doesn't matter if you wear makeup, if you don't wear makeup. It doesn't matter if you have a boyfriend, if you don't have a boyfriend, if you get married, if you don't get married. You are simply special and divine simply because you have breath in your lungs and that you have a vagina. You're a woman. You're special already. You ain't got to do nothing to be special. You are special simply because. This is so important, bro. This is so important because once we get y'all females online, oh my, bro, this world will be, bro, I can't stress this enough, bro. Once we get y'all females online, bro, sky's the limit for society. Sky's the limit. The issue is, and this is the biggest weakness in my women, right? The biggest weakness in my women is that you can be kind of naive sometimes. Birds, what you think? Sometimes you can be a little naive. When something gets in your head, you start to believe it, and then your mind just takes it and just goes crazy with it, and you start thinking that maybe what society is saying is true. Maybe I'm not important. A lot of these modern day females, if y'all had the ability to do whatever you want, a lot of y'all would choose to do OnlyFans. If that's literally what you were left to do, where God was like, okay, what do you want to do, ladies? You could do anything you want. A lot of y'all would choose to do that anyways. But when you ask a lady now, it's like, oh, I need money. Bro, if you had the ability to use your body to get what you want, y'all would do it. This is why, bro, your minds are getting poisoned, ladies. You're on social media looking at other women, comparing yourself to them, thinking that, oh, if I do this, then I can be like this. Not knowing that you are special regardless. But a lot of y'all are getting on OnlyFans and doing all these things because society tells you to do it. High value men are starting to get smarter. They're like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, she's pretty, but I'm not dealing with that. Ladies, prioritize your emotional state and you will go far. This is not about getting a man. This is about finding your divine self again, okay? So I'm not gonna, bro, this video has been going really long because I promised y'all I was gonna go in depth, and I'm gonna make a part 2 because there's a lot more I want to say about women. But you guys are special. Understand this, know this, and then move accordingly. In the meantime, If you're new to the channel, man, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for more content. I really appreciate you listening to the video. Spiritual Master will catch you in the next one.